Many people over 60 start their day with a handful of vitamins, feeling a sense of safety as they swallow them down with their morning coffee or tea. It's a quiet ritual, a habit built over decades, often reinforced by advertisements, well-meaning friends, and even outdated medical advice. But what if I told you that some of the very pills you take with such faith could be working against you? That inside those colorful capsules and neatly pressed tablets lies the potential not for health, but for harm, subtle at first, then more serious, even life-altering. The truth is unsettling. As we age, our bodies change in ways that make certain vitamins dangerous, while others become more essential than ever. The line between help and harm gets thinner, and the consequences of crossing it grow heavier. The real danger is not always obvious. It's not a burning pain or sudden sickness that warns you. It's a creeping loss of strength in your bones, a bit more fog in your thoughts, an unfamiliar ache in your joints. It's the feeling that you're aging faster than you should be, without knowing why, and for millions of older adults, that why is sitting right in the kitchen cabinet. Vitamin A is a perfect example. For years, it's been touted as a friend to your eyes and immune system. You've heard it can keep your vision sharp and your skin healthy, so it shows up in multivitamins, vision support blends, and even fortified foods. But for seniors, high doses of preformed vitamin A, often listed on labels as retinol, retinol acetate, or retinol palmitate, can quietly sabotage your bones. After 65, your skeleton is already more fragile, more porous. Add too much of this synthetic vitamin A and the process speeds up. The result? A small stumble on the sidewalk can turn into a fracture that changes your life forever. And it's not just bones at risk. Excessive amounts over time can stress your liver, cause headaches and dizziness, and in extreme cases even affect your brain. The kicker is that vitamin A from foods like carrots or sweet potatoes doesn't do this. That's because your body only converts beta-carotene to vitamin A as needed. But when you take it in synthetic form, there's no off switch. More is not better. It's dangerous. Then there's vitamin E. It sounds so comforting, doesn't it? The heart vitamin. It's supposed to protect your arteries, lower inflammation, and slow aging. But not all vitamin E is created equal. The synthetic form, look for DL-alpha tocopherol on the label, doesn't act in your body the way natural vitamin E does. In fact, it can interfere with the benefits of other forms of vitamin E, block vital antioxidants, and in high doses increase your risk of a particularly deadly type of stroke caused by bleeding in the brain. One massive study even linked high synthetic vitamin E intake to increased cancer risk. For seniors on blood thinners, the danger doubles because synthetic E can make it harder for blood to clot when it's supposed to. The vitamin you thought was protecting your heart could be quietly putting it in danger. And who could forget vitamin C? It's marketed as the cheerful, fizzy immune booster you can drink. It feels safe, almost playful, but for seniors, especially those with slower kidney function, too much vitamin C can backfire badly. Large daily doses like the 1000 mg in many effervescent tablets can lead to painful kidney stones. Those stones aren't just uncomfortable, they can be dangerous, especially if your kidneys are already working harder than they used to. Worse, vitamin C in excess can disrupt mineral balance, leading to digestive upset and even affecting the absorption of nutrients your body desperately needs. It's not that you don't need vitamin C, you do. But you don't need massive doses from a bottle. You can get plenty from fresh vegetables and fruit, which give it to you in a gentler, more balanced form your body knows how to use. These are the hidden traps, the vitamins that look like friends but can act like enemies when the dosage is wrong, the form is synthetic, or the body taking them is older and more vulnerable. The truth is, supplement marketing rarely talks about the difference between a healthy dose for a 30-year-old and a safe dose for someone over 70. They don't tell you that the same amount that once helped you could now harm you. But it's not all bad news. Just as some vitamins become more dangerous with age, others become more essential. One of the most important is vitamin B12. Without enough of it, your nerves suffer, your memory dulls, your energy fades, and even your mood can sink. And here's the cruel twist. After 60, your stomach produces far less acid, which means you can eat all the meat, fish, and eggs you like and still not absorb enough B12. The result? Tingling in your hands and feet, constant fatigue, forgetfulness that's brushed off as just getting older. Left untreated, a deficiency can cause permanent nerve damage or even mimic dementia. The good news is B12 supplements, especially in sublingual form that melts under your tongue, bypass the problem and deliver this vital nutrient directly into your bloodstream. Within weeks, many people notice clearer thinking, steadier balance, and more energy. Vitamin D3 is another quiet hero. It doesn't just protect your bones, it supports muscle strength, immune function, and even your mood. But as we age, our skin's ability to make D3 from sunlight drops sharply. Even long afternoons outdoors may not give you enough. Low D3 leaves your bones weaker, your risk of falls higher, and your immune system less able to fight off illness. Studies also link deficiency to depression and cognitive decline, things too often accepted as just part of aging. The fix is simple. A modest daily supplement, ideally with food containing healthy fats, can restore levels, strengthen bones, and lift your energy and spirits. And then there's vitamin K2, the guide that tells calcium where to go. Without it, calcium can end up in your arteries, kidneys, and joints instead of your bones, causing stiffness, heart risk, and kidney trouble. K2 works hand in hand with vitamin D3, ensuring that the calcium you get, whether from food or supplements, builds bone instead of clogging arteries. The sad truth is that most Western diets are nearly empty of K2, which is richest in fermented foods many people rarely eat. A small daily dose in supplement form can be the missing piece that keeps both bones and arteries healthy. The difference between thriving in your later years and slowly losing strength, clarity, and independence often comes down to these quiet daily choices. Choosing the right vitamins in the right forms and avoiding the wrong ones can mean walking steadily instead of fearing every step, remembering the little moments instead of losing them, and waking up ready for the day instead of worn out before it begins. It's not about chasing the latest trend or buying every bottle that promises youth. It's about understanding your body as it is now, not as it was decades ago. The same vitamin that once served you may no longer be safe. The one you never thought about could be the very thing you're missing. Every pill, every capsule, every sip from that morning glass is a conversation with your future self. Ask the right questions. Is this helping me or hurting me? Am I taking it because it's truly needed or because I've just always done it? Your health is not built by marketing slogans. It's built by informed, careful choices made day after day. And those choices, more than any single pill, are what will keep you strong, steady, and truly alive in the years ahead. The trouble with vitamins isn't just about what's in the bottle. It's about how our bodies handle them once they're inside. That's why two people can take the same supplement and get completely different results. A younger body might shrug off excess, but for someone in their 60s, 70s, or beyond, those same doses can tip the balance toward harm before they ever feel a warning sign. And when the first signs finally do appear, a slower step, a foggier thought, a nagging ache, they're often mistaken for just old age. That's how the damage keeps adding up quietly, year after year. Take vitamin A again. You won't feel your bones thinning. You won't see your fracture risk climbing. It happens silently until one day you're in the ER because of a fall that would have barely left a bruise decades ago. The worst part is, many people in that position thought they were protecting themselves. They were following advice they'd heard all their lives, or trusting the label that said, "supports vision," in bright, friendly letters. But vision means little if your independence slips away because you can't walk without pain. It's the same with synthetic vitamin E. You'll never feel the moment it starts interfering with other forms of vitamin E in your body, or how it's quietly influencing your blood's ability to clot. There's no sensation for the slow, hidden buildup of risks that can end in a stroke. And when it comes to something as catastrophic as bleeding in the brain, there are no second chances. Too often, the first clue is also the last. Vitamin C in high doses plays the same trick. It greets you with bright color and a promise of immune support, but the potential for kidney stones and mineral imbalances hides behind the fizz. For someone with already reduced kidney function, that's a gamble they don't even know they're making. Those stones can be excruciating, but the real danger lies in what they represent, the body being pushed beyond what it can handle, by something that was supposed to help. That's why the shift toward the right vitamins matters so much. When you give your body what it truly needs, what it can use, absorb, and benefit from, you start to notice changes that go beyond just feeling better. You move more confidently because your muscles and bones are stronger. You think more clearly because your brain is getting the nutrients it's been craving. You feel more stable emotionally because the chemical balance in your body is finally where it should be. Vitamin B12 is a perfect example of this transformation. For someone deficient, the difference can be dramatic. It's like lifting a fog you didn't even realize had settled in. Suddenly, you're remembering details more easily, waking up with more energy, and finding the motivation to do things you've been putting off for years. That's not wishful thinking. It's biology. Nerve cells that were struggling to function start firing properly again. Red blood cells deliver oxygen more efficiently. Your brain chemistry steadies, giving you more emotional resilience. Vitamin D3 works in a similar way, but its effects can feel even more far-reaching. When your levels are low, everything from your posture to your immune system to your mood can suffer. Bringing those levels back into balance often feels like taking the brakes off. Your steps are surer, your bones feel less fragile, you have a bit more pep when you get out of bed in the morning. And because D3 works so closely with calcium, it quietly strengthens your defenses against fractures that could take months to heal, or that might never fully heal at all. Then there's vitamin K2, the unsung hero. Most people don't realize that without it, calcium can cause just as many problems as it solves. K2 is like the traffic director your body didn't know it needed, steering calcium into your bones where it belongs and away from your arteries where it can do real harm. Without K2, years of faithfully taking calcium and vitamin D can still leave you with hardened arteries or kidney stones. But with it, those same nutrients become tools for strength and protection instead of risk. These aren't just nice-to-have nutrients for someone over 65. They're the kind that can mean the difference between living independently and relying on others. They can decide whether you spend your time enjoying life or managing health crises, and they don't work in isolation. The right balance of B12, D3, and K2 doesn't just add up. It multiplies the benefits, giving your body a network of support it can lean on every single day. That's the real goal here, not to overwhelm you with fear, but to replace blind trust in a label with clear-eyed understanding. To remind you that your body today is not the same body you had at 40, and that means your choices need to change with it. What helped you then may harm you now, and what you never thought about before might just be the key to keeping your best years ahead of you. Every supplement you take is a conversation with your future self. You're either telling them, "I took care of you," or you're leaving them with the consequences of choices made without all the facts. The good news is, it's never too late to change that conversation. Even small adjustments, removing one risky vitamin, adding one essential one, can start to shift your health in the right direction. So, take a look at what's on your shelf. Read the labels, question the claims, replace what could be quietly undermining your health with what will actually support it. And remember, your health is yours, not a company's, not a marketing slogan's, yours. You have the right and the responsibility to protect it, because in the end, the goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live better, to keep your mind sharp, your body strong, and your days full of the things that make life worth living. And that starts with the choices you make today. One pill, one decision, one morning at a time.